Hello everyone, this is Atrocity. Today, what you see right in front of your eyes is my semi-automatic sugarcane farm version 2. You may have seen this already. There'll be a link in the description to the video before showing this off. Today I'm going to be giving you a tutorial on how to build this full thing, how to stack it up and all that stuff. So to go over this again, there is one sticky piston, and this will harvest 2 sugarcane. So that's a lot more resource friendly than some of the other farms. This one does require slime balls though. So yeah, I guess I'll just show you guys how this works. So we step on this pressure plate here, harvest everything. You get a 100% collection rate, so there's 32 sugarcane per layer. So we should get a total of 3 stacks, because I have 6 layers. So this is easily stackable, and you can extend it side by side. And yeah. So it looks like we got all 3 stacks of our sugarcane. The crushing blocks behind it can be ice to speed it up, or, as you've seen before, we can use solid blocks. That also works. So what happens is the pistons crush the sugarcane. This will break the sugarcane, this one here, and the one above. And as soon as the pistons push here, and there's a block right there, the item's going to float upwards, and we have dispensers with water buckets that is going to push the items right to the end. So yeah, pretty easy, simple. Yeah, that's about it. And it's very simple to build, and I'll show you guys that it is very simple to build because we'll be doing that right now. So, let's get right into the tutorial. Alrighty, so in this chest is everything you need to build 4 layers. Today we'll be only building 4 layers of the farm, but you can always easily extend it higher and as lengthwise as you really need. So, in here we've got 24 glass to hold our sugarcane in, 64 dirt to plant our sugarcane, 24 torches to light things up so no mobs spawn. But go and be careful with these torches. I'll show you how to be careful with them, because the ice could melt. You're going to need a stack of sticky pistons for 4 layers, a stack of ice or a block of your choice to crush them, and this is the starting redstone you'll need, 8 levers, 8 dispensers, 8 water buckets, starting sugarcane, you can start with 1 if you wish, and input method, and a block of your choice to build the farm out of. And I've got this extra redstone right here for wiring up this pressure plate to our torch tower, leading to our redstone, leading to our pistons. So, let's get going. Okay, first off, we're going to choose a nice location for our sugarcane, and let's start building off by building the first layer. So we want to place down a 8 by 2 area of dirt, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is where our sugarcane is going to go. Now around that we're going to have a casing. This is going to be for water to make sure the sugarcane can actually grow. Going to place our water in there. Oops, not like that though. Cool. Now if you would like to extend this out to make it bigger, our next farm, if you're going to have this side by side, is going to be a few blocks over. So here. Right there is where we're going to put our next layer. You can do this now, or you can do this at the end. I'll just do this one now, just to show you guys. There we go. And put in your water. Cool. So that's where your next layer will go, and you basically skip a block, then you casing. So we'll skip a block and put our next row there, if we wish to extend it out further, this way or that way. And yeah, let's continue on. Okay, next up would be our pistons. Oh, annoying chunk glitch. So we want to go to our casing and go 1 block higher from our casing and place a sticky piston. This is going to crush all our sugarcane, so we're going to place that just above this casing right there on both sides, like so. Oops. Cool. You can also do that for your other farm, but I'm not going to do that. Now in front here you can place your blocks that you're going to crush with. Now I'm probably going to use ice, you can too. But if you don't feel like silk touching a lot of ice, then you can just stick to regular blocks. Just a fair warning though, it's going to be a little slower. Awesome. So we've done a lot now. Okay, for the back wall, we're going to place a dispenser 2 blocks higher. So this dispenser will be above the ice. So dirt, 2 blocks, dispenser. Now in those you can place your water buckets. Cool. But I'm probably going to do this, just be careful when placing your water buckets. You don't want everything to get mixed up and muddled up. So you want to place a little casing around here. This is to make sure the water stays in place. Now I also forgot to mention we need signs at the end here, right at the ice level. This is to prevent the water from spilling out after we've stepped off the pressure plate. And probably want some corners there and to hold everything in place. Alrighty, so almost there. We got to place some glass there. This is good so we can see in, but this will keep the items in place as they swim, well, as they slide really fast across the ice. Can't find a good word at the moment to describe that, but they slide really fast and they might go flying everywhere, so you want to keep it nice and still. And probably here you could place in your stream to connect to your central point. We'll do that at the end though. Okay, so we probably have most things complete now. Now we need to wire this up. So first thing I do is go to the back here and do this. I just flip the lever 4 times because I have a water bucket in there. We want to make sure this dispenser is always powered. So we have the lever flipped down. So if we flip the lever once, water's going to spill out. So we're going to flip it really quickly so that the dispenser is still powered, but there's no water coming out. So you might need to do this like a couple of times till things come out right, but I'm sure you can do that. Next up, we want to wire this up. So what you need to do is place blocks behind the pistons and redstone dust on top. On both sides, you can do that. Very simple. Awesome. Blocks behind the pistons, redstone on top. Now this is going to lead out here. Alright, this is going to update the piston, the redstone. So you might want to quickly place it and then break it. There we go. So notice water is flowing, but if we activate this line here, you can see the water comes out and the ice extends, and we flip again, water pulls back and these pull back. So that's exactly what we want. So from here we pretty much have done one layer. If this is the only layer you want to complete, then you can pretty much cover the top. And if you want torches, I think you have to place them right there for them to not melt your ice. Yeah, I'm right, you place your torches there. And I place them about the piston, where the pistons are. Cool. And that just lights up this area right here, just bright enough so mobs don't spawn in there. Cool. So you place your torches there, and this should light up all the wiring and everything else. You can do that on both sides. And yeah, you can put it on a roof, and that should complete layer 1 if you just want one layer of sugarcane. And then you can place your sugarcane down and it should grow. And you probably have to wire this up, but we'll be wiring this up near the end because today we'll be doing multiple layers. So if you only need to do one layer, then I suggest checking out the video in the description, because that is the video to one layer, a tutorial for the one layer. So next up, we want to, instead of placing a roof, we're going to place a dirt roof. This is going to start our next layer. So basically what we want to do is copy exactly everything we've done down there. So we have our casing of water, like we had before. And then we have our pistons. And then we have the ice on top. And then we put in our dispenser 2 blocks higher. Get our dispenser out. Oops. Not like that. And place down our levers. And we put in our water buckets. And we wire it up the exact same way. Alright, so I've put in a glass wall here. Got in a casing and finished the wiring off. Now I forgot to place down the signs. I usually forget signs. So placed it at the ice level. In line with the ice. Awesome. So this layer is pretty much complete. This side here. Now I would have to copy this exactly on the other side here. So our pistons would go right there. You can see right there. And you basically need to copy that for the exact other side. Okay, so I've completely copied this on the other side. And you can see right here the redstone connects up. Like this. Cool. That should be what you want. And now I'm just going to place some torches here. This should light up the bottom layer here and the top layer just fine. So I want to do that on all the sides. Awesome. And yeah, this is good. You can actually start placing down your sugarcane now. Now, if you are going to plant the sugarcane here, you need to make sure you fill up the whole thing. Alright. So if you just have one sugarcane, I suggest letting it grow and then manually harvesting it. And keep doing that until you have 32 sugarcane. So you can, well, 16 sugarcane, so you can place them all down here. And once you've got that, you can do that for all your layers, which I will do right now. Alrighty, now that's all done. All we need to do is wire everything up together and find our central collection point. Now, your central collection point may be different and your wiring may be different depending on how many layers you have outwards. Now, just having 2 is pretty perfect enough. You can extend this higher and higher, and this will just mean you have to increase the torch tower higher and higher and use a little bit more redstone. But that's fine. I suggest sticking with only 2, but you can extend it to 3, and if you're knowledgeable enough, you should be able to connect it all together pretty nicely with ice and water streams and your redstone torch towers. So yeah. Alrighty, so I'm placing my pressure plate right down there. Easy to get, easy to access. And now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have the water stream come right into there. Now I might have like a stair or something here just to lead down into it to stand on the pressure plate. So here I'm going to have my water stream so everything flows down to here. You can put ice underneath it to speed that up. So now I'm going to wire everything up. So we want to start our torch tower. We want to place a redstone dust torch right there. And basically you can pretty much continue that pattern. So you can continue a redstone torch line up. And for every extra layer you have, you're going to have to continue this torch tower up. Works out perfectly. So we can do that on all the sides. Whoops. Having a torch tower upwards. Now everything should work out fine. So you should see the water kind of like this. And it's kind of doing like a V shape. Don't worry about that. That's just because there is water up there. And it's kind of like a visual glitch. Don't worry. It's nothing wrong about it. Cool. The side's normal. And yeah, we do this for everything up there. Alright. So next up, we need to hook this up to our pressure plate. So what we want to do from here is we have a redstone dust piece underneath our pressure plate. This is going to go into a inverter, redstone torch on the side of the block here. So we place a block going towards the sugarcane farm, redstone torch pointing towards the sugarcane farm. Block above it, redstone torch, and above that we're going to place another redstone torch. Now this should retract everything nicely. Nice. And we basically need to hook this up to the other side. Okay, hooking this up is pretty simple. So right here we have our redstone torch. Right? Now basically what we want to do is get that wire all the way to the other side. And is this it? Yep, that's about right. So we want to get our wire and connect that across. There we are. Perfect. And basically we're going to need to place some redstone torches below this. So we do this by placing a redstone torch there. And we want to wire this up. Right there, like so. And place another redstone torch right there. Cool. Now we can fill in those little gaps of me middling and muddling in there. Awesome. Can block that off. So as soon as we stand on this pressure plate now, this side should be working fine. Awesome. Now it's just this side we need to worry about by wiring it all up. Alrighty, this side is pretty simple too. It's just like the side we did before. So we want it a redstone torch there with our wire coming down until right there. We reached that. Cool. Now we can fill in that gaps. Those gaps there. Oops, that wasn't right. Okay, so I fixed up that water problem and looks like we're doing fine. Everything's working perfect. Everything gets wired up. Perfect. So we can do a final test. We stand on the pressure plate. Awesome. That's exactly what we needed. Oh, I forgot to place any water buckets in here, so I better do that. And yeah, that's about it. So you can fix it up in a little bits and bobs that you don't really want seeing. Maybe you don't want to see that. Don't want to see most of that. I don't know. It's all up to you. Maybe you want to cover that up. Maybe you want to put like a side here. All up to you. You can aesthetically change it. The wiring isn't too hard to, you know, hide. Might be. But yeah, you can also easily extend it and do whatever. Basically, I like seeing that redstone. Awesome. So yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed and found this useful. Remember that you can continually stack this up and edit and modify it. And that's about it. So yeah, I need to finish this video. That's all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.